What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel, Trading Simplified. Today we're looking at Apple. We have about 30 to 40 days left until earnings. The sentiment on the stock is weak in the short, midterm, and long term. So I'm curious, are you buying the dip on Apple before earnings with it down 25%? Let's get into it. I'm going to break down the chart. I'm going to break down the financials, and let's see if it's a good buy. Taking a brief look at Apple stock, looking at the financials here before we have earnings, the recent earnings summary of the last 4 quarters. Let's start with just July 31st, 2024. It was reporting EPS at 126. It hit its estimate. It was in line. Then the next quarter, October 31st, 2024, it beat its estimate by 0.07 cents. And then January 31st, it beat by 8 cents. And then recently, in April 30th of 2025, it missed by 0.04 cents. This is due to the iPhone sales going soft and services up. The revenue is still high, but you can see on the trend here, the Apple quarterly EPS trend, that it is trending lower earnings per share. It is something to definitely think about. Some of the analyst expectations is 1.31, the revenue estimate 83 billion. It really drives the question, is Apple going to regain that market share in China because there's slowing China demand and hardware margin pressure is definitely going to be something that analysts are going to be looking at. Breaking down Apple stock, it is very interesting right before earnings what we're looking at. So let's look at a few things on this chart just so we're all aware. You've had a bounce from 2020 around $54 all the way up at $127, at $160, and now $186. As we zoom in on the chart, the long-term trend is still intact. As you start to zoom in, you start to see some patterns. We are noticing that Apple is trading within 2 zones. It is trading within 200 to about 193, and it is trading within 200 and 208. Trading at the bottom of this channel that you see on this 5-year chart, it is definitely interesting to see what is Apple going to do before earnings. We have 40 days before earnings. This offers definitely potential return on investment back to new time highs. Looking at year to date, Apple is down from 260 all the way down to 194. That's 25% down before earnings. So is it a potential trade that we should be thinking about taking to get that move back up to, let's say, $220 per share, which would be about a 10-11% move? There's definitely opportunity in here, and we just need to be aware of the levels that we are trading within. The last thing I want to point out with the earnings is we can look at the history and see when we had earnings in the last year, which is by this E right here. You see this E for earnings, and it shows whether after the earnings how they did. So Apple during May of 2024, earnings went from 168 all the way up to 186, so that was a nice beat. Then if you look in August of 2024, they had earnings per share, $223 per share, went all the way down to 195. So there's not really consistency looking at this, because then look, on this earnings, they had earnings right here, 229 all the way down to 218. So that's 2 out of 3 times that it failed. And then here we had earnings around 239, popped up to 246 the next day, and then sold all the way off to 223. It's another 20-point drop on it. So trading Apple earnings is very difficult. 3 out of 4 so far. 4 out of 5, looking at this one, 214 down to 192, has failed. It has not had an earnings beat. So when you look at it, 4 out of 5 earnings beats, it has sold off. But will the story be different this time, considering on the long-term chart, you are trading at the bottom of the trend channel? If we break this channel, then we are definitely looking at a move lower. It just depends, will Apple rise up before earnings and head back down to 150? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share the channel, and check out the playlist, all the stuff that's offered to you guys, whether it's the Robinhood platform, the live pre-market analysis, the day trading P&L 2025, my members only playlist that support. Thank you so much. Crypto trading on Gemini, mastering Fidelity index funds, ETFs, and investments. There's so much on this. Check out the playlist. There's a bazillion videos already posted. And definitely check out the membership playlist if you're interested. You can learn my day trading strategy using the 9 and 21 EMA, my RSI, dip trading, and using VWAP. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much. Check out the links as well, where you can get, basically with the links, you can join my WAP. You can get direct access to chat with me in the community. We have over 20 members in there, which is awesome. And if you want to join the YouTube and become a member, you can do that as well, clicking on that link. And check out my Twitter, where I post my day trading P&L every single day after the close of bell. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.